Shot clock is off. They'll run it out. The Thunder have taken the NBA by storm. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. The storybook season is complete.
Congratulations, you're the 2025 NBA champion.
The OKC Thunder just won the NBA championship. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. Let's go.
White boy loyal and he royal. William Regal with it. Make this y'all would do it. Spin the Rooney, Booker T, them niggas. Make that 40 diamond Dallas Page, DDT a nigga.
Y'all, the NBA season has finally come to an end. It's over, and the Oklahoma City Thunder is our NBA champions. Shai Gilgeous is really starting to vamp up his career. The Oklahoma City Thunder was one of the best teams that we ever seen. They had a 68-win season. It was pretty good. Obviously, it's not no 72 season, but our 73 season that the Warriors did. But y'all, that's a really good season, and that was a really good team. You know, like y'all know, I'm a big Lakers fan. Picking up that Alex Caruso, Hardenstein played with the Knicks, but Alex Caruso, those two pieces really, really made them, because when we saw them and they lost last year, we knew that team was going to be good. But it didn't come without a grind. I will say that. So just to break down the game, Oklahoma City started off, Tyrese Halliburton started off hot, and as we know, he ended up getting hurt. They were up 2. And then, obviously, in the NBA Finals, losing your best guy was definitely tough. That was heartbreaking to see. But somehow, some miracle way, the freaking Pacers found a way to have a 1-point or 2-point lead going into half. But after halftime, man, they caught fire. TJ McConnell tried his hardest to keep him in the game, but OKC was just too good. Lador hit a freaking Hail Mary to make it in the basket, and like to start the third quarter. And I'm like, come on, like, cause you know I was going for the Indiana Pacers, but it's no bias here over there. There's no bias talking over here. They'll talk too much, y'all. This is one of the best teams we're gonna see. To keep talking about it though, the third quarter walked them down. In the fourth quarter, they got it down to 12-point lead with 4 minutes left. So they had a chance, but it just kept going downhill from there. Shai Gilgeous was too much for him. J-Dub, freaking Chet Holmgren. They were just deep, y'all. It was deep. And it was a sight to see. I will say this playoffs was a very interesting playoffs, and I said this. This makes me love the NBA, because you would never know who's going to be in the finals, because everything is so evenly matched. I can't say, like, I've seen some videos talking about the Oklahoma City Dynasty is here. I don't see a Oklahoma City Dynasty just yet, because the West is still really good. But I want a huge congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder for finally winning the championship, because the last time they were there, they were facing my freaking Miami Heat at the time, because LeBron was on there, and we ended up winning in 5. LeBron in 5, niggas in 5. But yeah, y'all, OKC just had a really, really good season. As you can see, you had Charles Barkley, you had Shaquille O'Neal, all picking them to win the finals. And at the time, you know, I was rooting for LeBron. He was a 3rd seed, and I thought they really had a chance, but they really show you, man, these people the average age was 25. That goes to show you, like, how young they are. I'm 22, going on 23, about to be going into another year of college. These guys are in the NBA. They're young, and they just won a championship. I don't think people understand how impressive that really is. They are a young gun team that can play offense and defense, and they're going to be a scary team to watch over for the next years to come. And I'm excited to see it, though, because I'm excited to see if they can hold down the fort, because last year we thought the Boston Celtics were still going to be able to hold down the fort, but they weren't, even without injury. So let's see if OKC can hold down the fort. Shai Gilgeous won Finals MVP, Western Conference MVP, and MVP. That has not been done ever. The first one ever to do it. And we just saw history, and hopefully history can repeat itself another time. But Shai Gilgeous is a dog. I don't think this makes him the top 5 player of all time that I've been seeing, but I definitely think this moves him up a level, definitely in the rankings in NBA. He's one of the best point guards in NBA right now. Certified bucket. They be giving him some BS freaking calls, though. They really do. And I don't like that at all, because I keep it real over here. And them calls have been trash, but he creates it, though. So I can't be mad at some, because some of them are bad, some of them are, but they're refs. No ref is going to be perfect. This is one of the most overall teams, because they just took out an underdog team of the Pacers. Who wouldn't want to see the Pacers win? And with seeing Tyrese Halliburton going out like that was so sad, because they not only rated him most overrated player, and then he helped take his team to the NBA Finals, but he was one game away from actually winning it. And being able to say that he won that championship would have been so dope to be able to see. But unfortunately, we did not get to see that. We got to see another young superstar, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If you look up his stats, this man averaged 30 freaking points per game in these playoffs, 6.3 assists. And then you got a guy, Chet Holmgren, averaging 8.7 rebounds per game. Alex Caruso, 1.9 steals per game. Chet Holmgren, 1.7 blocks per game. This is a really good team. And the NBA should be, honestly, a little bit nervous moving on. I got to step it up, because they are good all around. But OKC is going to have to pay. They're going to have to pay people. And that's coming up really soon. And I don't know if they'll have enough to be able to pay everybody. Shai Gilgeous, 30 points per game. Jay Williams, 21 points per game. Chet Holmgren, 15 points per game. Alex Caruso, 9.2 points per game. Hartenstein, 8.1. LeDort, 7.9. Wiggins, 6.3. That's big. That is big, coming off the bench as well, too. This is crazy. Let's just read off these field goal stats really quick, because this is crazy. Where's my phone? Shai Gilgeous, 47.2 from the field goal. Jay Will, 45.5. Chet Holmgren, 45.3. Alex Caruso, 45.3. Hartenstein, 61. LeDort, 37. Wiggs, 39. Now I want to get into the 3-point. Shai Gilgeous shot 29.7 for 3. Jay Williams shot 30.6. Chet Holmgren shot 29.2. Alex Caruso shot 41.2 from 3. LeDort shot 35. Wiggs shot 36.8. The reason why I wanted to bring that up is because that team didn't shoot all that great from 3. And they still was a dominant team. That just shows you how good they are. They will lock you up, and they will score a lot of points on you. And they have Mr. Mid-Range, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, the game has changed to everybody shooting threes, and then now we have a team that is mediocre from the 3, busting people behinds. It's crazy to see, and they're not gonna stop. They won't stop. This could be a dynasty. It really could. I can see it because they're so young. But when that money come in, that money talk. People gonna pay these people, man. I don't know. I think it's really cool to see history because that's the youngest team to ever win an NBA Finals. And I mean, they deserved it. They earned it. It was a Game 7 win. I'm not finna sit up here and say, oh, if Tyrese Halliburton was playing, they would have lost. It's easy to say that, y'all. But we'll never know because guess what? You can't rewind the tape. Man, Tyrese Halliburton tore his Achilles. I am so sorry for that, brother. And I hope he comes back, but it's June 23rd. He ain't going to be back until the following season after this upcoming season. But congratulations to the OKC Thunder. They really earned it because it was a hard fought through the Western Conference and to the NBA championship. If I'm not mistaken, they went to multiple Game 7s. You know, that's a lot of games, and they earned it. And it's cool to see that like I said earlier, it's cool to see that we saw a Finals MVP, a Western Conference MVP, and a regular season MVP all in 1 year. Shea, he a dude, he a dog. Shout out my boy Logan. I know that boy lit right now. That boy love him some OKC. He love him some Shea. So shout out my boy Logan. Go celebrate, boy. And y'all know how I read off that stats to y'all about how the three-point shooting was mediocre. They average 120 points per game. That's crazy. That's wild. They shot 37.4 from 3. So it wasn't that bad. That's 37.4 is really good, but still, do you have a guy that is Mr. Mid-Range? You have a guy that is shooting nothing but mid-ranges for real because your best player is shooting 29 point something from 3. You know, everybody barked on LeBron for that, but you can't win a championship shooting bad from 3. It just goes to show you got to find a way to put it in the bucket, and they find a way to put it in the bucket, man. It's wild. Overall, this is probably one of the better teams we're gonna ever see. Because like I told y'all, the team leaders and everything. Watch these games. They lost 107-116. They came back 111-104. And then on Monday, 120-109, won. Then they lost again, 91-108. They always find a way. They're not losing back to back. That's a good team. The NBA, like I said, they should be worried. They should be playing into how to beat OKC because they're young, bro. They're going to go hard. They're not going to stop. And even though they don't shoot all that crazy from 3, they're in 6th right now for 3. But I'm saying their best player doesn't shoot all that crazy from 3, and they averaging 120 per game. Yeah, they only gonna get better. So let's sit back and relax and enjoy the show because this is only the beginning. Shout out OKC. But yeah, shout out Sam Presti, y'all. He built that team from the draft up. Like, I never would have thought OKC was gonna win. Like, after they lost that big 3, they were always just a really mediocre team. I mean, the time when Chris Paul came and he helped everybody out, especially with Shea, and seeing how they just, came up and won. Because I didn't want them to win, but you can do nothing but respect greatness. Shout out Sam Presti for building that team and built them to where they are, and they're a powerhouse. y'all, like I said, they're only going to get better. We're gonna have to wait and see for next year, y'all. Also, I'm gonna say one more thing. I hope the Clippers feel stupid. I really do. Because they traded Shea Gillis and now Shea Gillis is a champion. I really think the Clippers should really look back at it, and they lost that trade. They did. Trading for Paul George that's not even there, and now Shea is there, and he just won a championship. That's really, really cool on Shea's part. And then now you got Podcast P doing more podcasts than playing now for the 76ers. But also, the Clippers ain't doing nothing either. Shea Gillis just won a championship. He just proved everybody right. He just proved that he is one of the best point guards in the league. Even though he gets a lot of freaking unnecessary calls, he still is one of the best point guards in the league. KC finna be on top, y'all. But my Lakers gotta find a way, because guess what? My boy Ron gotta bring his last ring. Please. But yeah, y'all. This was another Dale take. Like I always say, I ain't gonna say nothing more, nothing less. Until the next video, y'all, I'm gone. Peace, love, and happiness. Peace.
They'll be talking too much.
Pop my shit on YouTube. I can't make real more. Yeah, this ain't lame shit, getting real money. Yeah, when you get lit, they gon' treat you funny. Yeah, keep going, kid, you getting money. Yeah, believe in your grind, see you change, son.